Hello out there in YouTube land. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Friday. Hope you all have something fun planned for your weekend. Here we go. Today's only the second time I've done this lyrics or poems thing as in video format. In the past, I just did like a little post on the community tab of my channel. But I did my first video about a week ago. I liked it a lot. I could say a few words, little personal stories and whatnot. Share a couple clips in the description box. So we're gonna do this from now on. Video format. You can probably expect like one video a week, usually, well, most likely on Friday. Like Friday morning, you can expect a different song selection for the new video format of lyrics or poems. I picked a good one today. So here's the band Halestorm. They're a big deal nowadays. They're selling out arenas. The band's been together like almost 20 years now. And I first came across this band, a little personal story. For like a few years, I lived in Philadelphia. This is around, so we're going back to like 2007. And this was before Halestorm had released their first album. It's like, any friends out there, I'm asking, like any good like local bands, whatnot. And everyone mentioned this group Halestorm. And so naturally I had to go see what everyone was talking about. I remember, of course, one of the things that stood out about them right at the bat just by looking at them before I even heard a note was that their singer was a female. Like this is like 2007. I mean, like in like hard rock bands, there were like no female singers or guitar players anywhere. So this certainly grabbed your attention first. So you had to go check out this band. Definitely something new. She pointed to it's a little different nowadays. You see a lot more women in like hard rock and heavy metal, but like I said, this was 2007. Like in terms of like bands with a female singer, I can only think of one other band that at least broke through the mainstream. That was Innocence with their singer Amy Lee. And a good segue because it is spooky season. Amy Lee did a fantastic version of the song, Sally's song from Nightmare Before Christmas. So I will find that clip and I will put it in the description box below for everybody if you're interested in checking that out. Back to Halestorm. So yeah, the first place I saw him, there was a club in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It was called Crocodile Rock. Don't think this place exists anymore. I think it closed after the pandemic. Yeah, I saw them. Like we saw them whenever we could in the local clubs and whatnot. Like I said, this is all before they even put out their first album. I got to see them before they were big and they were incredible. And then let's see, I got a little. A few guys I went to the concerts with, we got a little chummy with the band afterwards. You meet them after the show, and you were familiar faces. We all go see them. So then it was like a year later. It's like 2008. They released their first album, and next thing you know, like the big DJs and whatnot, that I love to listen to. They're touting which bands are new and exciting. And sure enough, Halestorm was right at the top of everyone's list. It was a pretty cool experience to see. Now an arena headlining band do little small clubs for when they first got started. It was pretty cool. One fun little story I always love to tell too. So like I said, when I saw them, that was like 2007, whatnot, around that time period. And then like 2010, I saw them at like a festival. There's a pretty major venue here in New Jersey called the PNC Bank Arts Center. It's like a beautiful outdoor stage. I mean, there's like a roof, but it's all outdoors and exposed. And so it was a big metal festival. It was the Uproar Festival in 2010, and Halestorm was the first band on the main stage. I remember before they went out, a couple of friends I was with, like I didn't know the friends I was with then. I didn't know them back in my Philadelphia days, but like when we saw the band at the meet and greet, they actually recognized me from a couple of the concerts back in the day. It wasn't just a familiar face, so that was pretty flattering. Like I said, that was way back in 2010. It's been a long time since then. And let's see what else. Yeah, let's cut right to the chase, shall we? So yeah, 2008 they released their first album, their self-titled album, Halestorm. It's worth mentioning too how they got the name Halestorm. The singer and the drummer are brother and sister. Their last name is Hale. You got Lizzie Hale and R.J. Hale, so hence Halestorm. I guess it's safe to say that's where they got the idea for their name. And let's see. So, and I think to this day, like their first album is still my personal favorite. There's always something special about the first album. There's I can just listen. I can listen to top to bottom over and over and over again. Anyway, there's a song on there. One in particular. It's called "Innocence," which is today's selection for lyrics or poems. What really the main reason I wanted to pick it, because aside from the fact that it's a great song, it's a song that you don't hear a lot of like female singers singing this type of song. Maybe not. Maybe nowadays you kind of do, like in the pop scene. Back then it was a little bit different. Definitely in a band that already stood out because they had a female singer. Like they had this particular song was was also something very different to hear from a band that was very different. There's one line in the song. It's essentially like Lizzie Hale. She's singing like to this guy who's like in love with her, and she tells him like, as you can see in the thumbnail of the video, the line is like child, don't follow me home. Like you're just too perfect for my hands to hold. It's like you don't hear a lot of lyrics like that in the world of rock, even before or since. Yeah, so yeah, definitely it was a great song from a great band that's been going on almost 20 years now. So like I said, I will include videos and whatnot in the description box down below. Hope you all enjoy and hope you all feel inspired to check out Halestorm on if you have any streaming services or whatnot, or you just look up clips here on YouTube. And with that being said, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day off. I just bought the latest autobiography by another famous lyricist. Here he goes. Lionel Richie. The only man his age who can dye his hair and still look normal. There you go. Legend. Anyway, folks, happy weekend. Happy reading. Happy spooky season. I'll see you all in the next one.